supplies, you will need a sheet of craft foam for support, a headband with the color and the width of your choice, although at least an inch would be best recommended to hold the floral part steady. Then, gather a few plastic flowers with some well-matching contrast colors. Bias tape is optional, but it does help hold things in place without it looking like a mess. If you already have an outfit that you're looking to match it with, it will help you pick out the colors more easily. But for this one, I'm just gonna wing it. Cut your craft foam sheet into an even circle. It can be anywhere around 4 to 8 inches wide, or even more depending on how lively you want it to look. You could even make an entire household garden up there if you're willing to try. You'll want to leave as much space for the flowers and the decorations as possible. Next, pick out your border for the circle. If I tried to list all the options you could do for this part, I'd be farting dust when I'm done. So we're just going to use some yellow tulle for this one. A long, thin piece that's folded up to give it a little volume. Leave the piece at least an inch or two wide. Then, take your glue gun and apply a few lines on one side and gently press the tulle down on it. Remember, the glue is hot! Once that part can hold its place on its own, continue around the circle with your hot glue until both ends of the tulle reach each other. As you place the tulle around, give a small twist for a more neat and patterned look. Cut off any leftover tulle and have both ends slightly overlap one another using the hot glue. Did I mention it was hot? Fill in the opening center with your variety of plastic floral. It will look best if you use just as many of the floral as it takes to cover the opening and just slightly overlapping the border of each other. So now you have your headpiece. Now you just need to be able to hold it onto your head. The next step is just some optional thingamacrafty stuff. So feel free to skip if you're not interested. But with a little influence from Luca's hairpiece from a previous cosplay I love doing, I would just add a little decoration on the headband by wrapping one side around it with a little more tulle. You can add other things like ribbons, buttons, jewelry, etc, 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 etc. And etc. Whatever etc means. Etc can mean anything to you. Now all we gotta do is fit the two pieces together. Apply the hot glue between the headband and the headpiece. And then press down for a minute for a better hold when it dries. Not too much though, you don't want to crush the flowers. Then get a small piece of the double-folded bias tape and glue it over the bottom side of the headband to the headpiece for an even stronger hold. There we go. Nice and classy, don't you think? With accessories like these, you'll be able to show a little class on a daily basis if you want to. It doesn't necessarily have to be a masquerade or a cosplay, although it is a plus. There's a lot of essential needs if you want to bring some more positivity into your creativity. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial episode. I really appreciate it. If you know anybody else who might like this, tell them to play with the buttons below, tell them to subscribe, check out our social media, and let's start our own inner community of positivity. It's going to be wonderful as we grow this channel and try to make it more classy, more mature, to the excess of... I said to shirtless Hugh Jackman!
Olay.